Okay, welcome to Directing Commands 2, the second in a series of video tutorials about directing commands. This time we focus on audio, graphics, and stage commands. In this video, we'll go over the directing commands for audio and graphic sources, as well as commands for the stage. Commands of preparation and commands of execution are the same as in the previous tutorial. Commands of preparation set up an action. Commands of execution make that action happen. Commands of preparation are standby, ready, and preset. Commands of execution are take, dissolve, fade, wipe, and fly. Standby sets up a take, which is a cut transition. Preset sets up a dissolve, fade, wipe to, fly to, or other animated transition. Now let's review some possible sources or options. Also listed are the abbreviations you would use on your script markings. Theme, the music. There are 3 ways to command the theme. Theme full, music is full volume. This is the abbreviation, th.f. Theme under, music is about 20% volume and it is being used while the talent is speaking. This is abbreviated as th.u. Theme out, fade out the music completely, abbreviated as th.o or th less than sign. Mic, microphones being used on the talent. There are 2 commands for mics. Open mic, which is O mic, or close mic, C mic. So either opening or closing the microphone so that it is heard in the main mix of the audio. CG, or character generator, these are the title and lower third text graphics that are keyed or overlaid on top of another source. 2 commands, insert CG, that's actually abbreviated ICG, or insert out, which is abbreviated IO. Stage commands. These are used to get something to happen on stage. It can be a cue for talent to begin speaking, for example, or lights, a lighting change, or maybe some special effect like cue smoke machine, cue prop change. These are commonly used. Cue talent, QT, or cue lights, we could say QL. Let's do some examples on the vMix switcher. Let me pause here. Okay. Ready theme, RTH. This tells us to make sure the music is queued up, the input is turned on. Let's float our cursor over to make sure it's ready. This is our music cue. You can double click it to make sure it's queued up to the beginning. And then you want to make sure that the audio is turned on, which can be done in this location. Or if you look in the audio mixer, you can see Komiko. That's the name of the music. That needs to be, these 2 buttons need to be turned on. So when the command is ready theme, for example, those are things you need to have ready and make sure they're working. Theme full, that would tell us to go ahead and play the music. At full volume. You only use full volume if no one is speaking while the music is playing. Theme under, th.u, tells us to lower the volume so it can still be heard while someone is speaking, but it does not overpower the person speaking. Theme out, this tells us to fade the music out. It's always best to fade music out rather than to cut it out. If you cut it out, it's very abrupt, and the viewer will definitely notice that. Okay, let's go to microphones. Open mic or O-mic. I have set up here a microphone input that is listening to me as I speak. If I say open mic, it is going to send it to the master mix. So let me open mic. To do that, I need to make sure both of these icons are selected. Toggle on will turn it on, but it does not send it to the master mix. You need to press the M, and then you will see it is being sent to the master mix. And I believe it's also being heard within my feed that's being recorded. So I'm going to turn that off. So I would say close mic. So there, I closed mic, and it's no longer being sent to the master mix. Stand by, ready to open mic. Open mic. Hey everybody, how's it going? And theme under. So here, let's put the theme under the talking. See how that sounds. So again, I have to cue up the music. It's a little weird with lots of sources here. Okay, now the music should start if I have it turned on. There it is. So you can hear it's playing behind me. Maybe you can hear it. Hopefully you can. But if I turn it up full, then there's a battle between me and the music, and I want to win that battle usually. The voice. So we keep that music nice in background, and I get a little accompaniment to my presentation. All right, and close mics. And theme out. Okay, there you go. That's how you would command. Let's go to insert CG and insert out. CG is related to the graphic. I had built a graphic here. This is a title graphic. And in vMix, I tied it to key input overlay number 1. Simply by pressing the 1, it is now able to be executed and taken off by pressing that 1 button. And then I had set up a lower third, which is this, on key input overlay number 2. So whenever the 2 is pressed, that's going to come up. Okay, I could have them both up at the same time. Fancy. Okay, let's go over those commands. All right, we'll work with both of them. Okay, and let's say insert key 1 and insert out. So it's a simple toggle, turning it on, insert CG, insert out. All right, insert key 2 and insert out. All right, that's what we would like you to say when you're bringing in graphics or taking graphics out. Finally, the stage manager commands. These are commands that would be given to the stage manager to convey to the talent, often using hand signals, such as the cue hand signal. If the director were to say cue talent, the stage manager is expected to point to the talent, and the talent is at that point expected to begin talking, singing, dancing, whatever it is they're supposed to be doing. Cue lights is a command for the lighting director. You may have a lighting change in the beginning and the end of the show, where the lights come up and the lights dim. That would be an example where you would use cue lights. Any of these commands can be prepared and executed, such as ready CG, insert CG, ready standby talent, cue talent, ready theme, theme full, ready mic, open mic. Okay, that is it for this section. Thank you very much. Please watch it again, as I hope it can be helpful.